Hey guys, so today's video is definitely a hair puller. It's gonna make me cry a lot because there's just so much in this video that it just upsets me. So you guys probably wonder why I haven't really mentioned my family or my family's involvement with Joey, and there's a reason behind it. My family is not in Joey's life. My mom was for a little bit and decided that her computer friends and lying and all that was more important than seeing her first grandson. And my dad, well, he hasn't been involved in Joey's life at all. He has never seen Joey. He has nothing. Not a picture, not a nothing. And that's the way I plan to keep it. And I guess I should tell you guys why. There has been a big family fallout between me and my family and my sisters. I actually don't talk to my sisters either. And the reason behind it is, why would I keep people in my life that don't keep me in theirs? They don't talk to me, they don't call me, they don't anything. And the only times they do is when it makes a good show. Like on a birthday, they'll wish Joey a happy birthday, which really, really aggravates me. If I'm only good enough for when you need me, you need something, or it makes a good show for people, then I'm not good enough for the rest of the time, then I don't need you in my life. And that's where they are. All of them. So, let's do a little story time here. All growing up, my life was a total sham. My parents were not involved in pretty much anything. My mom would only show up to things when it made a show, when it was good for her Motherly of the Year award appearance. And my dad just never cared because we weren't the darling son he wanted. And it hurt. It hurt a lot. This Father's Day, I actually called my dad and I asked him, I called my dad just to, surprise him. Be like, hi, happy Father's Day. I haven't talked to you in 2 years, but I'm going to wish you a happy Father's Day. And it was because I gave my mom a chance to be in my son's life. And I thought I'd give my dad a chance. And it's going to take a lot for my dad to actually see Joey. But I can tell now we're going on, 3 months later? June, July, August, September. July, August, September. 3 months, 3 months later. And my dad still hasn't seen Joey. Hasn't talked to him, hasn't called me since I called him on Father's Day. Hello, what's wrong with you? I'm your daughter. And I didn't expect anything different. So, back to story time. Growing up, my mom was always interested in her computer, and it wasn't in a good way. It wasn't helping other people or anything like that. It was playing online, card games and any game. And it would turn into where she wouldn't cook, she wouldn't clean, she wouldn't do anything. She never tucked me into bed, she never read me a story, nothing. Didn't even help me with my homework. It was terrible. It was horrible, immensely. And it got to the point where my mom would take the money that she got in for her disability and she'd not spend it on us. She'd buy food for the house, but 90% of it was junk food, so it was really bad for us. And she would then, after buying herself a month's worth of cigarettes, would go out and spend money on people she's never met. She'd send flowers to a lady in Canada, which isn't important. She'd pay for a guy's locker, storage locker, that she doesn't even know. Never met him face to face. Doesn't know anything about him besides what he's proclaimed on the computer. Anyone can proclaim anything on a computer, especially when it's not face-to-face contact. Here you're seeing me. I can't say, hey guys, I'm an African American 29-year-old man. You can see me. At least I can't deny who I am. And it aggravates me. It really does. It completely aggravates me. And it aggravates me to this day. And when my sister had my niece, my mom was so upset that she wasn't involved in my niece's life. Oh, I'm so, you really won't let me see her, and blah, blah. And I gave my mom the chance, since Joey was 3 months old, till like the beginning of this year, to be in Joey's life. And she was never calling, never texting me, never anything on Facebook, nothing. I never got anything. And it upset me to the point where I, when she finally did say something, which happened to be on Joey's birthday, and she's like, oh, well, congratulations on getting engaged, and happy birthday to Joey, like, I can't wait to see him, all for a show, because everyone else was posting on my wall about being engaged and Joey's birthday and all this. I literally flipped out. I freaked out, and I ranted on Facebook, and it's one thing I never do, and I never stooped that low, but I had to, because I was tired of it all being for a show. Like, I was tired of everyone only being there to show, hey, look, I'm involved in her life, you can see it. And it really hurt. And my dad, on the other hand, growing up, he was never around. He was always, in quotations, working, but later to find out when I was like 9 or 10 that he had girlfriends on the side. One of his girlfriends, I at first absolutely hated for the fact that, like, I thought she stole my dad, and it killed me. It really did. But to find out that I never had my dad, I never did, and it got worse over the years, and I was surprised he even made it to my own graduation, and it didn't surprise me that when I got pregnant, he became even more of a controlling, manipulating sadist, is what I'm going to call him. He literally made me feel lower than dirt that I was pregnant, that I thought that I could raise my child without anyone's help. And it killed me the day that my dad had said that I had 3 options. 3 options is all I had when I was pregnant. I could have an abortion with my son, which I could never do that. I just couldn't. I could give my son up for adoption, or I could move home, but Chris, who is been there every day, has done everything for his son, could not come, could not be there, could not be involved. Like, Chris was to have nothing with Joey, and I couldn't do that either. I literally broke down, and it took me 2 days to sit and figure everything out. And in those 2 days, I set up a place for us to live. I set up a new support system, or part support system, and I moved out. I cut all contacts with my dad. I left my phone there that my dad was, paying. Well, I was paying my dad for, but I left that, and I left. I walked out, packed my stuff, walked out, and didn't see him again. And I have not been in a room with my dad, talked to my dad in almost 3 years. And it's not gonna change. It's not gonna happen. I'm upset with my dad. And when I talked to my dad on Father's Day, I told him, I said, Dad, you have no idea anything about me. You know nothing. You don't know any 3 projects I've done my whole entire school life. You don't know, what my ambitions were after high school. You don't even know the colleges I got accepted to, the scholarships I got. You know nothing. And my dad was like, well, you did that graduation project. I was like, yeah, but that's mandatory to graduate. So, of course I did it. And he was like, yeah, but I know that. I was like, yeah, okay, Dad, what's my favorite food? It's been the same since I was 4. Didn't know. But then again, how would my dad know? My dad never even spent a dime on me. My mom barely spent a dime on me. And it sucks. It really sucks. It hurts to know that Joey will never have the 2 sets of grandparents. Or I should say his 2 set of biological grandparents. He has adopted grandparents who love him and adore him and cherish him more than my parents could ever. And I'm thankful that people have graciously accepted the role to be his adopted grandparents and be there to support him and enjoy him as much as I do. But at the same time, it hurts me that my own parents couldn't be there. And it's going to suck the day that he realizes that his actual grandparents didn't want to be there. But if that same day he decides that he wants to meet them for the first time, or like when he'll remember, I'm not going to stop him. But I'm not going to let my parents hurt him. I'm not going to let them break him down with their nasty words, their nasty comments, their for show like personalities. I'm not. They completely tore me apart growing up, made me feel worthless and unwanted and unloved, and I'm not going to let them do that to my son. My son will know every day that he is loved by me, Chris, his grandparents on Chris's side, and his adopted grandparents. And that is all he'll ever need, and it sucks. So I'm sorry this rant was so long, but I thought you guys should know. I don't want to hide anything from you guys, especially my family, because it sucks, but I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed to put this story out there. And if you're in the same situation and you need someone to talk to, or you feel like you're alone, you can always talk to me. I am more than willing to be here for everyone, and I will talk to you soon. I cannot wait to hear from you. So don't forget to like and comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.